You one of the people who founded the international campaign to ban landmines. So why landmines?
The landmine has been called by many the eternal soldier, the perfect soldier. You put him in the ground and you never have to give him another order. You never have to feed him. You don't have to give him new boots, new uniform. He just sits there and waits until some poor sap comes along and steps on it, picks it up, and gets blown up. The landmine, unlike the soldier, doesn't recognize a peace agreement. You know, if fighting parties decide that they've had enough for whatever reason, and they sign an agreement, their soldiers go home, the guns go with them, and in theory, peace comes to the situation. The landmine is not the same. The landmine is in the ground, the peace accord comes, the landmine doesn't know.
How long ago was that? What year did the campaign start?
In November of 1991. Vietnam veterans, actually, based in Washington, D.C., asked me, do you think you could create a political movement, you know, that would address this problem?
And so you go out and what do you find? You know, how many, roughly speaking, how many landmines and where were they? How many countries were they in?
There are tens of millions in 80 some odd countries around the world today.
Tens of millions.
Tens of millions of landmines in the ground, taking somewhere between 15 and 20,000 new mine victims a year, on top of the, you know, tens of thousands that are already trying to live with, you know, crippling amputations and blindness and the other effects of landmines. So every year you have 15 to 20,000 new mine victims. You have mines in the ground in about 80 countries around the world. There's still about 180 million mines in stockpiles that we need to get rid of before they get in the ground.
Well, your partners that you put together around the world include a lot of, you know, NGOs, non-governmental organizations.
The fun thing is we started with the two, the staff of one, me. And today it's over, you know, about 1,300 non-governmental organizations in 80 some odd countries around the world working in partnership with the 143 nations that are now part of this treaty. I mean, it really is a global expression of the possibility of a different world.
No one's ever really banned a weapon system before, and within 5 years you had an international treaty that banned landmines. So obviously we worked fast.
It was a moment in time. You know, we happened to be in the right place at the right time in a certain sense. The end of the Soviet Union, there was such a sense of hope that the world then maybe could be different, that maybe we would have a quote-unquote peace dividend. We could use that money to deal with some of the intractable problems of the world and thus make, you know, everybody a little bit better and thus make us all more safe.